If you want to attract a ton of bumblebees, don't pass up the geranium flower. There are so many bumblebees on these geranium flowers. It's got to be at least 15 or 20 right now. And they move quick. They go from one, get some pollen real quick, and they're on to the next one. A lot of other flowers in my garden, but none seem to attract as many bumblebees as this geranium. There's one right there, getting his fill of pollen, and he's on to the next one. Perennial flower. It comes back every single year. I don't have to do anything about it. It's just planted once and then it sprawls out over this area. And at least on my property, it likes partial shade conditions. These ones are planted beneath this big tree right here. Benefit from partially shaded conditions from those big branches up there. I believe this is actually a Himalayan geranium variety, and it has those little tendrils that hang down that the bees just absolutely love. These bumblebees are going to town on the geraniums. This isn't just a one-time occurrence. Every single time I come out here, I see bumblebees all over these flowers. The reason there are so many bumblebees on these flowers is because each one of these stems produces tons of little flower clusters on top here. Not just one flower the bees get access to, they have a whole sea of flowers. Clustered so close together, the bees don't have to travel far to hop from one to the next flower. You want to make it easy on the bees to easily pollinate tons of flowers all at once. Geraniums are a great choice. Flowers come up in mid-spring, and before that it's just going to look like this green foliage down here, which isn't such a bad thing at all. But when the flowers come, well, then you're really going to get a show from all these bumblebees that go to town on pollinating them. Geraniums act as a really good border plant between my lawn because they spread, and then you can just cut the grass right next to them, and they do a great job of filling in an area and making sure you're not having any gaps or spaces where tons of weeds can get into a bed. Do really well if you can plant them in a bed up next to some other plants that can have a similar level of competition. Like these daisies, these grow up pretty tall, but they're not going to outcompete the geraniums. These are a really good pair to plant together in a bed. So don't pass these up if you don't want to miss out on an amazing show from all these bumblebees.